Karen reported my guide dog. She now faces federal disability discrimination charges. The park was alive with the hum of evening strollers when Karen's shrill voice sliced through the calm like a blade. "That filthy animal doesn't belong here," she shrieked, her manicured finger jabbing at Luna, my guide dog, whose soft golden fur gleamed under the fading sun. I froze, my cane tapping the ground nervously as her words hit me like a slap. Luna, my eyes, my lifeline, sat calmly by my side, her harness snug, her demeanor unflappable. But Karen, dripping in designer clothes and disdain, wasn't done. She stormed closer, her heels clicking on the pavement, and demanded the park ranger remove us immediately, claiming Luna was a public nuisance. My heart raced. I tried to explain Luna was a certified guide dog, my legal right under the Americans with Disabilities Act, but Karen's tirade drowned me out. "I don't care about your excuses," she snapped, her voice laced with venom. "People like you shouldn't be allowed in public spaces." The crowd around us gasped, and I felt the weight of their stares. This wasn't just an argument. It was an attack on my dignity, my independence, my very existence. I took a deep breath, steadying myself. "Ma'am, Luna is a trained service animal. She's protected by federal law," I said, my voice trembling but firm. Karen scoffed, tossing her hair. "Laws? I know people who make laws. You're just a nobody with a mutt." She turned to the ranger, a young man who looked visibly uncomfortable, and demanded he call animal control. "This dog's a danger. Look at it, shedding everywhere." Luna, ever the professional, didn't even flinch, but I felt my chest tighten. The ranger hesitated, glancing at me, then at Karen's furious expression. "Ma'am, I need to see some proof of a problem here," he said cautiously. Karen's face reddened. "Proof? I'm a taxpayer. I pay for this park. Do your job." She yanked out her phone, filming me and Luna, narrating loudly about irresponsible pet owners ruining public spaces. My hands shook as I gripped Luna's harness. This wasn't just about me, Anna Maria. It was about every person who relies on a service animal to navigate a world that already feels hostile. Then came the twist I didn't see coming. A soft voice cut through Karen's rant. "Excuse me, but you're wrong." It was an older woman, maybe in her 60s, leaning on a walker, her eyes sharp with conviction. She introduced herself as Ms. Clara, a retired lawyer who'd overheard everything. "I specialized in disability rights," she said, her voice steady but fierce. "What you're doing is harassment, and it's illegal." Karen froze, her phone still raised, but Ms. Clara wasn't done. She pulled out her own phone, calmly recording Karen's outburst, and began reciting sections of the ADA with the precision of someone who'd fought these battles before. The crowd murmured, some nodding, others whispering in support. Karen's confidence wavered, but she doubled down. "You're all ganging up on me," she cried, now turning her wrath on Ms. Clara. "Mind your own business, old lady." The ranger, emboldened by Ms. Clara's intervention, stepped forward. "Ma'am, I'm going to need you to calm down or leave," he said, his tone firm now. But Karen wasn't leaving, not yet. The confrontation escalated faster than I could process. Karen, enraged by the ranger's warning, lunged toward Luna, grabbing her leash and yanking hard. Luna yelped, and I stumbled, my cane clattering to the ground. "Get this thing out of here!" Karen screamed, her face contorted with rage. She kicked over a nearby bench, sending papers and a coffee cup flying, her tantrum spiraling into chaos. The crowd gasped, phones now out, recording every second. Ms. Clara, undeterred, kept filming, narrating calmly. "This is disability discrimination in action." I scrambled to pull Luna back, my heart pounding, tears stinging my eyes. "Stop it," I shouted, my voice cracking. "She's my guide dog." The ranger, now fully alert, radioed for backup, while a teenage boy in the crowd, a kid with a skateboard and a look of outrage, ran to my side, picking up my cane and handing it to me. "You okay?" he whispered. I nodded, but my hands were shaking. Karen, oblivious to the growing crowd, kept shouting, accusing me of faking my disability to get attention. Her words were a knife, but they also lit a fire in me. I wasn't going to let her win. Karen's downfall came swiftly, and it was glorious. The Rangers' backup arrived 2 officers from the local police department, one of whom happened to be trained in ADA compliance. They listened as I explained Luna's role, showed her certification, and recounted Karen's harassment. Ms. Clara stepped forward, offering her footage and legal expertise. "This woman's actions violate federal disability laws," she said, her voice unwavering. "She's not just causing a scene, she's breaking the law." The officers turned to Karen, whose bravado was crumbling. "I didn't know," she stammered, her earlier arrogance replaced by panic. "I just thought the dog was a pet." The lie was flimsy, and the crowd wasn't buying it. The teenager piped up, holding up his phone. "I got all on video." She knew exactly what she was doing. The officers reviewed the footage: Karen's rant, her attempt to yank Luna's leash, the overturned bench, the spilled coffee. Her face paled as they informed her she was being reported for harassment and potential federal charges under the ADA. "This is outrageous," she sputtered, but the officers were unmoved. They escorted her out of the park, her designer heels dragging as the crowd cheered quietly. Miss Clara squeezed my hand. "You did good, kid," she said. The teenager grinned, giving Luna a gentle pat. For the first time that day, I felt seen not as a nobody, but as someone who mattered. In the days that followed, the story spread like wildfire. The teenager's video went viral on social media, sparking heated debates about entitlement, disability rights, and accountability. Karen's name became synonymous with unchecked privilege, and the federal charges still pending cast a long shadow over her pristine reputation. For me, the victory wasn't just about her punishment. It was about reclaiming my space in a world that often tries to push people like me to the margins. Luna and I returned to the park the next week, her tail wagging, my steps steadier. Miss Clara was there, too, waving from a bench, her walker gleaming in the sun. The teenager skated by, flashing a thumbs up. It wasn't just my win, it was ours. What do you think? Was Karen's punishment fair? Or did she deserve a chance to make amends? Share your thoughts. Let's talk about what justice really means.